Picture this. You walk into a warehouse at 3 a.m. expecting silence, but instead, you see rows of humanoid robots moving with precision, lifting, sorting, walking, even adjusting their grip like trained workers. No breaks, no complaints, no wages in the traditional sense. And here's the shocking part. This is no longer a futuristic fantasy. In 2026, for the first time in history, humanoid robots are becoming cheaper than human labor in certain industries. Welcome to the 2026 labor pivot. This isn't just another tech trend. This is a fundamental shift in how the world works, one that could redefine jobs, economies, and even what it means to be human in the workforce. To understand why this moment is so important, we need to rewind for a second. Automation has always been about replacing repetitive tasks. Factories have used robotic arms for decades. Software has automated office work. But humanoid robots are different. They aren't just tools, they are general-purpose workers. They can walk into environments built for humans and start working almost immediately, without the need to redesign entire systems. And that's the breakthrough. For years, the biggest limitation of automation wasn't intelligence, it was adaptability. Traditional machines were excellent at doing one thing repeatedly, but terrible at handling variation. Humans, on the other hand, are incredibly flexible. We can switch tasks, navigate messy environments, and make decisions on the fly. That's why so many jobs remained untouched, until now. In 2026, advancements in artificial intelligence, computer vision, and robotics have converged to change that equation. Humanoid robots can now recognize objects, understand instructions, and perform multi-step tasks with increasing reliability. They're not perfect, but they're good enough. And in economics, good enough, at a lower cost is often all it takes to disrupt an entire industry. Now let's talk about the real turning point: cost. Hiring a human worker involves far more than just wages. There are benefits, training, insurance, compliance, and turnover costs. There are limits on working hours, productivity variations, and human error. On the other side, a humanoid robot requires a high upfront investment, but once deployed, it can operate continuously, with minimal downtime and predictable performance. What's changed in 2026 is that the total cost of ownership for humanoid robots has dropped dramatically. Hardware is becoming cheaper, thanks to economies of scale. AI models are more efficient, reducing computational costs. And companies are starting to lease robots instead of buying them outright, turning capital expenses into manageable operational costs. This means that in certain sectors, like logistics, manufacturing, and retail operations, the math is starting to favor robots over humans. Let that sink in. For the first time, businesses are not just experimenting with humanoid robots. They are choosing them because it makes financial sense. And when something becomes economically viable at scale, adoption doesn't grow slowly, it accelerates. We're already seeing early signs of this shift. Warehouses are deploying humanoid robots to handle tasks that were once considered too complex for automation. Retail chains are testing robots that can restock shelves overnight. Even in hospitality and healthcare, prototypes are emerging that assist with physical tasks, reducing the workload on human staff. But here's where things get even more interesting. This isn't just about replacing jobs, it's about redefining them. Every major technological shift in history has followed a similar pattern. When machines replaced manual labor during the Industrial Revolution, new types of jobs emerged. When computers automated office work, entirely new industries were created. The same thing is happening now, but at a much faster pace. The difference is that humanoid robots don't just target one type of work. They can potentially perform a wide range of physical tasks, which means the impact could be broader than anything we've seen before. And that raises a critical question: what happens to human workers? Do we move into more creative and strategic roles? Do we reskill at scale? Or do we face a period of disruption unlike anything in modern history? Right now, there's no single answer. But one thing is clear: the labor market is entering a new phase. Companies are beginning to rethink how they structure their workforce. Instead of hiring more people to scale operations, they're asking, how many robots do we need? And how do we integrate them with human teams? This hybrid workforce model, where humans and humanoids work side by side, is quickly becoming the new normal. Humans handle complex decision-making, creativity, and interpersonal interactions, while robots take over physically demanding, repetitive, or time-sensitive tasks. At least, that's the current balance. Because as AI continues to improve, even that line may start to blur. And this is where the story becomes bigger than just economics or technology. This is about society itself. Work has always been more than just a way to earn money, it's a source of identity, purpose, and structure. If machines begin to take over a significant portion of human labor, we'll need to rethink how we define value and contribution in a world where productivity is no longer tied directly to human effort. But before we jump too far ahead, we need to understand exactly why this shift is happening now, and not 5 or 10 years ago. Because timing matters. The convergence of three key forces, AI breakthroughs, hardware cost reduction, and economic pressure, is what has created this tipping point. Remove any one of these, and the transition would have been much slower. But together, they've created a perfect storm. Now let's break down the three forces driving this shift, and why their timing in 2026 has created a true tipping point rather than just another wave of hype. The first force is artificial intelligence, specifically, the leap from narrow AI to systems that can operate in the real world with far less supervision. Just a few years ago, robots needed highly controlled environments. Every object had to be perfectly placed. Every movement had to be pre-programmed. But modern AI systems can now interpret messy, unpredictable surroundings. They can identify objects they've never seen before, adjust their grip, recover from small mistakes, and continue working without needing constant human intervention. This is powered by advances in multimodal AI, systems that combine vision, language, and motor control into a single framework. A humanoid robot can now receive a simple instruction like, pick up those boxes and stack them by size, and actually understand what that means in context. It doesn't need thousands of lines of code for every variation. It learns patterns. And that changes everything, because it removes the biggest bottleneck in robotics, programming complexity. The second force is hardware. For years, building a humanoid robot was incredibly expensive. Precision actuators, sensors, batteries, everything added up. But just like with smartphones and electric vehicles, scale has brought costs down rapidly. Components are being mass-produced. Supply chains are improving. Battery efficiency is increasing while costs are dropping. At the same time, designs are becoming more optimized. Engineers are no longer trying to build perfect robots. They're building cost-effective ones. That means focusing on what's necessary for real-world tasks, not theoretical perfection. The result is robots that are slightly less sophisticated, but dramatically more affordable, and crucially, good enough to do the job. And then there's the third force, economic pressure. Across the world, businesses are dealing with rising labor costs, aging populations, and persistent worker shortages in physically demanding roles. Warehousing, logistics, manufacturing, elder care, these sectors are struggling to find and retain workers. It's not just about cost anymore. In many cases, it's about availability. Humanoid robots don't call in sick. They don't quit after a few months. They don't require years of training to get started. From a purely operational standpoint, they offer something businesses are increasingly desperate for: consistency. When you combine these three forces, smarter AI, cheaper hardware, and mounting economic pressure, you don't just get gradual change. You get a tipping point. And that's exactly where we are in 2026. But let's zoom in on what this actually looks like on the ground. Imagine a mid-sized logistics company deciding whether to expand its workforce. Traditionally, that would mean hiring dozens, or even hundreds, of new employees, training them, managing schedules, dealing with turnover. Now, there's a second option. Deploy a fleet of humanoid robots that can operate around the clock. At first, the robots work alongside human employees. They take over the most physically demanding tasks, lifting heavy loads, repetitive sorting, long hours of standing. Human workers shift into supervisory roles, quality control, and exception handling. Productivity goes up, injuries go down, costs stabilize. And then, over time, as the technology improves, the balance starts to shift further. This is how disruption actually happens, not overnight, but through gradual replacement and redefinition. Now, it's important to be clear about something. This doesn't mean humans are becoming obsolete. Far from it. There are still areas where humans are far superior: creativity, empathy, complex decision-making, leadership. But the range of tasks where humans are the default choice is shrinking. And that's where the real challenge lies. Because the pace of this transition may outstrip our ability to adapt. Reskilling millions of workers is not a simple task. Education systems are not designed to move that quickly. Entire industries may need to rethink what roles look like, what skills are valuable, and how people transition between careers. There's also a deeper societal question. If productivity increases dramatically due to automation, how should that value be distributed? Do we see shorter workweeks? New types of jobs? Universal basic income? Or do we risk widening inequality between those who own the machines and those whose labor is being replaced? These are not just theoretical questions anymore, they are becoming urgent. Governments, companies, and individuals are all starting to grapple with this new reality. Some are investing heavily in AI and robotics to stay competitive. Others are focusing on human-centered roles that are harder to automate. And many are still trying to understand what this shift means for their future. But here's the key takeaway: the 2026 labor pivot is not a single event. It's the beginning of a new era. A world where labor is no longer defined solely by human effort, but by a combination of human intelligence and machine capability. And in that world, the most valuable skill may not be doing a specific job, but adapting to constant change. Because the rules are being rewritten in real time. So the question is no longer, will humanoid robots impact the workforce? The real question is, how will you position yourself in a world where they already are? That's the conversation we need to start having, right now. Because the future of work isn't coming. It's already here.